of the minutes. The first item on agenda is call to order, introduction, opening remarks, and allotment. So we are now invite our chair to finish this talk. So please share.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming. Do we need to introduce anyone present in the room? To allow the introductions first. Myself, the chair of the BIA, China Chan. Next to me is...
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Karen Prestel. I'm with the city's BIA office.
My name is Kay Matthews. I'm the BIA office manager, new. So my sign is not quite up to date. I was formerly with the Ontario BIA Association.
Name is John Carew. I'm the CEO of PAVIA, the Toronto Association of BIAs.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Asiya Barak. I'm here on behalf of Asma Malik, the City Council for Ward 10 and Deputy.
I'm not Jeff Rosanna. My name is Bob Gillespie. I'm with Council Diane Sachs' office, Ward 11 University.
Good afternoon. Kevin Hauser, pastor, Chinese Gospel Church.
Camilo, local business owner.
Oh, me? Christina. I'm one of the directors. Yeah. My name is Christina Louis, and I'm one of the directors of BIA.
I am Elaine Cho. Good to see everyone. I'm the director and the BIA.
Hi, I'm Robert Mark. I'm currently director. Once vice chair, I resigned for a year already. Thank you.
Hi, how are you? What's up the Jason Young?
I'm Stephen Paul, event chair. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Raymond Yam. I'm the secretary of the BIA.
Hello. My name is Victor Sani, I'm BIA Warwick.
My name is Tony Kong. I'm the treasurer and also one of the directors.
I'm Stanley Chiu. I'm representing 100 for the Society of Canada.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Karen Chen. I'm running a small business in this community as a company.
My name is Elsa from China Health Center, Gourmet Chinese Earth.
你好，我是梁先祥，我现在是业余的，做一个我自己的生活记录以及社团的生活记录，谢谢。
Hello， 大家好，我係朱依宣啊，係 BIA 嘅 staff。
Okay, good afternoon everyone. Thank you for coming. Love to see all of you only once a year. Thank you for coming. Good afternoon again, registered members of the China BIA. Welcome to our 2025 annual general meeting. My name is Tony, chair of the China BIA. And I will be chairing today's meeting, not just the directors, but all the membership as well, including the Gospel Church. As many of you know, Chinatown is changing rapidly. Becomes opportunity, but also many challenges, issues such as homelessness and various street-level activities continue to impact our community. There are not easy problems, and they require collaboration, patience, and a unified vision. Please remember that everyone on the BIA board is here as a volunteer, working hard to represent and support our neighborhood and businesses. We are committed to doing our very best. If there are areas where we fall short, we welcome your positive, constructive suggestions. Your feedback helps us to improve. Together we can build a stronger, safer, and more vibrant Chinatown. As many of you know, Chinatown, thank you for taking the time to join us. This year marks an important moment for our organization. Our office has a new setup designed to support smoother communication, more efficient operations, and better service for all our members. We are committed to being result-oriented and proactive. This improved workspace is just one step towards our goal. For the requirement of regulation and the benefit to all participants, this meeting will be conducted in English in its entirety. The AGM shall last about 1 hour hopefully. we have lunch going to be served in about 15 minutes. We need a quorum to commence the meeting. Caroline? Do we
Yes,
have the necessary numbers?
Yep, so today we have 8 members in good standing present, and 6 members constitute a quorum. I can report that we have more than 6 members present. Therefore, quorum is met.
In addition to our board member, remind you, people who come as members of the BIA, merchants and justice, you are able to vote as well. Yeah.
Oh, the other member.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, guys, what we're discussing is here is whether a church, place of worship, is in fact a member, because membership to a BIA is a levy contributing taxes. Commercial taxes. Well, they're exempt, they don't pay taxes. So it's not to, we just want to make sure that if there is one
We
state.
had already discussed
Discuss
that
that.
at the beginning, so I was sitting here in quandary.
Just for clarity, should there be.
So I don't know if the final, you'll have to actually say, do I get a vote or no?
No.
Okay, then, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Okay, thank you. It is my pleasure now to call AGM to order.
So to complete land acknowledgement, please listen to the voice recording. Yeah, let's get back to our agenda. So we are now on the item number 2 agenda.
Excuse me. Please. I want to state for the record that this year, due to the Postal Service, there were a number of issues with a proper distribution of notice to people. I have feedback from many businesses, owners, including the one who's renting my place, that they did not receive any meeting notice. In my case, I did not receive any, but I found out that they were using my email address from a year ago when I was vice chair, and I do not have that privilege and I don't use it anymore. Eventually, I found out, and they corrected it, okay, but I want to see, because the postal people told me that in actual fact, as of 3 weeks ago, the Postal Service within Ontario is clear. There is no delay. However, the council bylaw clearly states in October that you can do that, and you did that. But that resulted in some confusion, as there were issues about whether 15 days of business days of notice was respected, or that actually hand deliver or sending notice to businesses were proper. I'm not here to say anything about the validity of this meeting. I'm just saying that there will be room for improvement. Hopefully no more Postal Service interruptions next year. Okay?
Well, thank you, Robert. I believe that we actually gone through a little troublesome time as a result of the postal strike and rotational across Canada. I believe that we have done notices to the best of our knowledge and records, and that I have consulted with Karen along the way, and that's why today, this year, there are more people attending the actual meeting than any prior years before. So I think to that end, I think we honestly did our job. Unfortunately, some people may not have received it, but we're only human, like I said, we're going to do it as a volunteer. 24 hours to make sure every person is going to do it. Thank you for your comment, and so we appreciate it. Councilor President. Yeah. Let me introduce our Vice Chair, Mr. Walter Kwok. He is a strong member for the last 40 years. Anyway, let's move on about politics. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. We are now on item number 2. Sorry, John. We are now on item number 2, recording of the meeting and voting protocol. Please note that this meeting is being recorded for the benefit of those who are not here today and for future references. When there is an opportunity to vote for a motion, you will be asked to vote in favor, oppose, or abstain. Or sometimes we just simply ask anyone opposed. So now that I've said that, let's move on to item number 3, declaration of conflict of interest. This is the time for all of attendees to declare any conflict of interest. Are there any declarants? Seeing none, we will now move on to item number 4, which is the approval of 2025 Annual General Meeting agenda.
Yeah.
And may I have a motion to approve the agenda? Tony?
Motion to approve the 2025 annual general meeting agenda.
And may I have a seconder? Mr. Fu? And,
Point of order.
all right, go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, is it my understanding that Tony, in his capacity as a member and a nominee representative, cannot vote or put the motion at the AGM? Am I wrong?
You're partially wrong, if I may, please, Mr. Chair. The chair traditionally doesn't vote.
No, vice chair.
The vice chair?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the vice chair could, the vice chair is a member in standing, he just holds a
When-
position on the executive, he could absolutely vote.
Yeah, as a, if I remember correctly, because at the time we filled in the application, he is appointed by the bank to be on the committee. On the board. And according to the documents that I have read, that he has a restriction, and I seem to have mentioned that to Karen and Kate before.
So I believe that Robert's talking about his nomination form, that's the document.
Right.
And then on the form, you check whether you're a property owner or a business owner, and there's a representative piece. So, but if someone is an employee, and we do have BIAs that have, several BIAs that have bank managers and
Sure.
employees who are sitting on the board, they would be allowed to vote. However, an individual who doesn't have a tie to that business or property but simply appointed, I shouldn't say appointed, excuse me, is simply receives a letter from one of the business members or property owners, they can say, please allow Mr. Whoever to represent me. Let's say that person maybe has marketing experience or something that the board would like. That person would not vote or put forward any motions at an AGM, although they may at regular board meetings.
Thanks for clarifying that. No problem.
So he does have full status.
Yeah, that's okay. I just want to.
So in that case, item number 4, which is the approval of the agenda, now is, go ahead.
Sorry, because I heard from others that they did not receive the minutes. I myself got it yesterday at the last minute thing. So I want to ask if anybody here who has a voting right does not receive the minutes of the 2024 meeting, can you have a show of hands? Okay, so anybody who are here have the minutes on hand, because otherwise we would have to take other measures, like reading the minutes or have time allowed for reading the minutes now. But since that didn't happen, and I'm just going to say that's fine.
Thank you.
That's fine.
You made your point, thank you.
So what do you do?
Call the question.
Okay.
You've got to move in a seconder.
Okay.
Call the
All right. So let's move to approve the agenda today.
Anybody opposed?
Anybody opposed? Carries. Thank you very much. on to auditors report for 2024.
Minutes. Approve the minutes.
No, okay. Approval of 2024 annual general meeting minutes.
Robert jumped one item ahead. He made his point on the minutes, but we were still at the agenda. We were calling the question on the agenda. Now we are on the minutes.
Okay. So now on the minutes. We have a motion to approve the minutes. Well, we're going to read it. Do we have the option to read?
You need a mover and a seconder for the item on the table.
All right, we need a mover for the approval of the general meeting minutes. Mr. Fu, seconder, please. Raymond, all in favor?
No, not yet. We'll answer the question because we know that there is a couple of amendments to your
Okay.
minutes. Karen has identified a couple of errors on the minutes.
So just a couple of clarifications under point 5 for the appointment of the auditor for 2024. The motion should be listed as that the board be authorized to appoint the auditor for 2024. And it was Tony and Stephen. So moved by Tony and seconded by Stephen. The other change that I've identified is just simply seems to be a typo. Under section 7, when the discussion of the budget, so there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, on the 6th paragraph down, it just says that there is a total overall expenditure remains close to last year's total of $9.75 million. So an error has been made. That should be thousands, I believe. And those are the two items identified.
So, Mr. Chair, your next process would be
motion to accept the amended minutes.
But you should. If we're going to play this out to make sure that everybody's happy here.
Actually, I have some amendments too, but I'm not going to go on.
Okay, thank you. So what you should be doing is you should be reaching out to the mover and the seconder.
Okay, let's have a first mover, please. Welcome, Chantoy.
If they agree with the amendment, if their motion still stands, we'll need a new one, but just the two gentlemen, Stephen and Raymond, good with those.
Stephen, preparing the motion for the acceptance of the amended minutes. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Only shy. Carries, thank you very much. Let me remind members here today, this is the meeting to move forward on 2026 year. And we are meeting to the forum for the members to voice their concerns as opposed to starting an internal house debate. I think we should leave that for the next board meeting. We have an hour time constraint. The ATM is next. Members who are here today to see what we're doing for next year, and proposals for next year. For example, the church like to see our planning for next year. So let's try to keep the internal debates back to our board meeting next week. Thank you. Okay, number 6, auditors report. I have Mr. who is our auditor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I would love more. Mr. Chair, I'm going to present to you your 2024 auditing statement. These statements are prepared by your bookkeeper and the leadership of your treasurer. My responsibility as the auditor is to make sure they complete and present fairly. I have conducted my audits and I issued a clean audit opinion with the audit issues. My report is on page 3 and 4. Mr. Chair, I'm going to provide you some highlights what you did in last year, and then we can open this item for membership. If there are any questions on the audit, they can ask me. If you have a statement, I'm going to go to page 6. Chair, there are 3 columns. First one is your budget. At your AGM, your membership authorized board requested it to collect $595,000 for your BI members and the BI levy. City collected this funds and brought to you. In addition, you budgeted other revenue $121,000. You received $214,000, almost $93,000 more than your budget. So your revenue was $93,000 more than your budget. Your expenditure at your AGM, your membership authorized board to spend $941,000, including $225,000 for previous year's surplus. Because you had a large surplus and your membership wanted to use part of it. In fact, your expenses were lower. You spent $790,000. Because of lower expenses and more revenue, you didn't have to use any surplus, but you ended up with 19,000 surplus. That increased your surplus from 941 to 961,000. Thank you. As of December 31st, your BI had a cash in the bank of 68,000, short-term investments 775,000, receivable from city 35,000. City keeps part of the levy for potential levy refund. And you have 98,000 receivable. Good part was HST, which we received since the audit. And you had a small payable of 21,000 as a business expense. And you have net surplus of 955,000. Mr. Chair, this amount has to be taken into account in your 2026 budget. And you have a surplus of 5,000. Your surplus was quite a healthy surplus of size of this BI, and your statements of presented fairly, and your BI was a good financial position. Mr. Chair, may I request you to open this item for membership? If there's any question on audit, I can answer.
Yes. Mr. Dosani, can you confirm that your obligation to our BIA ends today after the AGM? This is important. Yes or no?
I'm sorry, what's the
Can
question?
you confirm your obligation as an auditor to Chinatown BIA ends today, unless you engage later, after the AGM? Is that a yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, because this is
Hold on a
important.
second. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, because...
I have to, let me finish.
Okay.
You ask me a question, I will answer you.
Yeah, you finish.
I normally auditors in, according to city guidelines, auditors are appointed for 1 year. So I was appointed to AGM for 1 year for 2024 audit, which I've done it my audit. After my presentation, yes, you are correct, my responsibility is over. But the next item will be you to appoint your new auditor.
Right.
And I cannot be here, so
Yeah.
you can talk anything you want to talk about me. But that's the process.
Yeah, to follow up, the reason why I asked is because back in October's board meeting, you agreed to help supervise the return of HST money to the CRA.
Mr. Chair, good point. Mr. Chair, I need some guidance from you. Mr. Kiri.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you explain the policy, city policy, that we discuss about HST issue? Yeah, which is very important. It was discussed at the board level, and there was a resolution was made. Okay. Now, you think we should be discussing in AGM? I'm just looking for direction.
Only one thing, so I'm happy to take it. If you're uncomfortable doing this?
Yeah, John, go for
Fair
it.
enough. A resolution that was made at the meeting around financials, etc. You've got a clean audit right now. HST, BIAs, the city agencies fall into what's known as a MUSH sector: municipalities, universities, schools, and hospitals. We effectively, at the end of the term, don't pay the same taxes on HST that a regular business would do. So there is refunds that come in. So any of those financial matters, etc., if a resolution was passed at the board meeting, it stays at the board meeting. In fact, if it has financial implications on the BIA, it actually needs to be dealt with in camera, and it is not to be discussed at the open general meeting. I understand that you have a resolution in place that was passed at a board meeting that I suspect the quorum was present, and it got passed. I believe Karen and Rafiq were both there, and that is an item that should be deferred from this meeting. Well, it's not on the agenda, please. So that is an item that should be dealt with at the board level.
Thank you, John. In addition, thank you, John. In addition, audit is appointed for 1 year. If I'm not appointed again, any new auditor come in, he or she will be obliged to follow the BI minutes. Means they have to follow what's left over and they take over.
Okay, thanks for explaining that, because there will be no figures talked about. It's just a matter to make sure that the motions in the meeting get carried out without being thrown into a lapse. So originally, there was an idea to make sure the next appointed auditor will have a mandate to carry out the task already agreed. And that's that simple. But if you feel that it is not appropriate at the meeting, so be it.
Yeah, no, I understand.
It's embedded, just to be clear.
Okay.
Those minutes are embedded.
Okay.
Whether Mr. Sandy comes in to do the 2025 audit,
Yeah.
as he said, or another audit that comes in to do the 2025 audit, they will review those minutes, that resolution, and that will be guidance, that will be a part of the process. So if you're worried about that motion, that resolution disappearing or not being dealt with, I suggest that it will be through the audit process.
I'll bring up to the one meeting again. Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, you can open up this item. Anybody has any question?
Any other additional comments or questions for our auditor today?
Mr. Chair, if there is no more question, you can request a motion to receive the financial statements.
I now ask members to motion to receive the auditor's report. Mr. Fu, seconder, please. Mr. Walker, our vice chair. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Last chance. Carries. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, you see guideline, when you talk about appointment of auditor, I cannot be around, so you can talk whatever you want to talk about me. Behind my back, it's okay.
Thank you very much.
Can you
Thank
please go outside and put money in my parking lot?
Okay, we are on to item number 7, which is the appointment of auditors for 2025. Since Tony Kwok is our treasurer, Tony, could you take over the
So for the appointment of auditor for 2025, I would like to appoint our same auditor for next year. I'd like to open if there's any discussion or questions with my motion. If not, then may I have a motion to approve David Hosseini as auditor for the fiscal year 2025? Thank you, Jason. Seconder. Stephen Fu, thank you. Any opposed? All in favor? Motion moved. Thank you. Can you get him back? Yeah.
We're meeting all our 50s.
He didn't go to the party.
Mr. Rafi, congratulations. Thank you to continue as our auditor for the next year.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm sorry, you put one more year.
We need you to tighten up the loose ends. We need you to tighten up the loose ends.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing that.
Well, you have to. For next year's report, that's why we hire. Otherwise,
We've got a resolution to deal with.
That's right.
You do a very good job. Thank you.
Anyway, let's move on to the nice part of the presentation, which is the subcommittee report on staff. Caroline and Julie is going to take over. Thank you.
Hello everyone, how are you? This is Julie. I have been here on June 9, 2025. Okay, so the first part for me is let the people know that we have 4 committees. Executive committee, we have Tony Louis, chair, vice chair Walker Kong, and then treasurer Tony Kong, secretary Wayman Yan. And event committee, we have chair Stephen Fu and vice chair Jason. And marketing and promotion committee, we have chair Jason Yan and vice chair Walker Kong. And street cab and safety committee, we have Walker Kong, the chair, and vice chair Wei Cho. Okay, this is our 4 committee in Chinatown BIA. Okay, since June, this is the welcome package. We designed this package for the new business owner, represents CIBC, CBIA.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes. I have to say Scotiabank. Okay, inside we have the booklet and some gift for the new business owner. They receive this one, they are very happy. And also I'm so happy. Okay, the menu, in 2025, we have a Chinatown New Year celebration. We have in Manhua, Chinatown Center Mall and Dragon City Mall. This is very, very many people. You can see we have a lion dance and some performance. I present is very short. Okay, next. Okay, this is a 2025 August. We have a Toronto Chinatown Festival, and we have some conclusion. We have a survey. Give it out for every visitor to fill out. Okay, the conclusion. We have many people here this year. Okay. The conclusion is that we have 330,000 visitors, and then we have 66% is the first time to come to visit the festival, and the age is 20 to 60 years old. And we have mainstream and Asian people. And the people also love our performance and food. This year we have 5 new sponsors. One is Tim Horton, A-Wing, Jacko Tour, and Sunwoo Tong. They donate the drink 1,000 herbs tea. And then Queen Pacific Professional Corp. We have 5 new sponsors at the booth. Last year 28, this year 35. And the successful strategy is we have $1 for you to give all the visitors, everyone $1 to buy food. And then we have the discount coupon to all the visitors, and they can use the discount coupon to buy food, drink around the VIA area. And then the street cabs and safety committee is Walker. You want to say something?
Okay. So I say.
You want the mic?
Thank you, every people concerning about the Chinatown development in the coming future. All your effort will be highly respected. 首先歡迎咧就各位到嚟 參加呢個周年大會。咁你哋嘅努力咧就會使到台街更加好、更加繁榮。咁我哋咧就首先表示歡迎嘅。咁我咧就知道兩件事係非常之着重。第一個咧就係我哋嘅範圍之內，就包括埋 safety 同埋呢個 camera 嗰個 committee。而家咧就3個 committee 嘅組織成一個，就係呢個 street committee 啦，同埋 safety committee， 同埋呢個係 camera 嘅 committee。Both in English and Chinese. Thank you. Dear our committee, especially we are concerned. The most important is the safety and also the whole, the Chinatown. A lot of the business owners and the landlords ask me and some other people, including our neighbor too, Raymond, and some other people, is regarding about the parking lots of the Dundas. Because we have been told last year already that this year in March will be recovered, but end up is different. That's why regarding about the Chinatown prosperity and also the future, so we will be put the BIA concerning about this and active our city council and the city of Toronto, because this will become the international prosperity. When Chinatown of Toronto is more prosperity, more international investment will come in. Especially now we want to increase the trading with China and Southeast Asia different countries. In that case, it will be quite important for the Toronto Chinatown to have a well development for the city too. After I take it over my position, because this is the 20th year, the Chinatown PIL has a bigger chance in the 2025. As you all will see and know already, a lot of the position people or chair people or responsible people reside and also have a lot of the question too. And also, there's still the argument. We want to be considered the Chinatown development is the first. We don't want them to be put into the court and to solve. That will be another not a good news. And for me, I was concerning is how the Chinatown to be, or better to be, the best place for all the Toronto city people and also all the work. Okay, why I say like that is because Tony always afraid I'm talking too much. But I want to be comfortable to every people. We have a confidence in the future. Okay, and that's why I try to use the English and also the Chinese. Let the people concerning about the Chinatown have a happy moment, and we believe we will have a happy day. Thank you.
I think basically, in summary, Walker just want the best for Chinatown. You mentioned about parking. I know parking is a major issue, but we can talk about it another time, but I can assure you that we are actually in contact with the councillor's office in the near future to discuss what change they can need to make Chinatown parking a better situation. Okay, thank you very much.
Hello, me again. Thank you, everyone. In September 18, we have a community health and safety meeting. This is a very success. We have around 100 attendants. And then more than 10 people come up to say, to describe, to share their concerns. This is very, very success. After that, right now we are working on it. We have police, we have P-level government. Yeah. So this one we will ongoing until 2026. Okay, yes, and right now we have a project. Christmas, New Year, and Chinese New Year discount coupon. This one is in Chinatown boundary. We have more than 60 stores together to provide discount to all the resident visitors. So this is very success. They only need to show our website coupon. They have a discount. This one will starting now and finish on February 28th after Chinese New Year. So we want the business owner have good business. And then the Huron Street we're planning for next year, more focus in cultural activity and art. Done. Thank you, everyone.
Are we open for questions?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. For the last 6 months, I've been trying to figure out how many committees we have and who the leaders are. I finally got an explanation from Julie today. I just want to point out that in accordance with April's records, we did not elect chair and vice chair for Streetscape and Safety Committee on the record. Okay, so somebody has to go back and read it or find out how or why it was done. Let me finish, please, Chair. Okay, and the other item is that on today's website, it is still not updated. It has got the chair of promotion and marketing as somebody else other than what was explained and illustrated also in April, as well as the vice chair. Normally they don't name him or her. That was also not the same person as recorded on the official records. So I feel that in general, the staff has to do a better job to clean up and make us all understand who is doing what, and that's a reasonable request from the member.
Thank you, Bob. Like I said before earlier, the AGM is for the forum for the members as well as the board of directors to get to know more issues about what we can do better for Chinatown. What you mentioned about is quite correct. We had a serious problem in staffing, and as of today, we actually have a new slate of new staff members because we had a lot of problems in the last 6 months, but it's not the place to discuss our internal problem. I think we should be best suited for a meeting next month. And again, like I said, we have gone through a lot of difficulties. And that's why today we have a new staff, Caroline and Julie, they help us, and maybe another staff member coming on board soon. Thank you very much, Bob.
Thank you.
Can I say something?
Yes, go ahead.
This is very difficult for our staff. Okay? When I first to the Chinatown office, this is June 9, but the street festival is August 9, April 9, only 2 months for me to organize. And he is very busy, everyone know that. Sometimes a little bit mistake we need to fix. So right now up to today, we only have 2 people to just take care of all the events and all the admin work. So maybe have a little bit, not perfect, but hope everyone understand.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Again, I must say this is not a forum to discuss our shortcomings in the office operation. This is something best suited for our next board meeting. Thank you again.
Thank you. So we are now on the agenda, item number 9, budget for 2026. So may I now invite Tony Paul to present this one? Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. I'm sure you guys have the one pager on the 2026 BIA budget. I will briefly go through the numbers of the summary of the revenue and expenditure. As you can see, on the BIA levy from 2025 last year and the new budget for 2026, there will be no increase. So I think based on our reserve fund, we are very healthy. So that's the reason why we don't plan to budget for increase. Total revenue for 2026 will be slightly less than last year. We forecast that we need to withdraw less from our reserve fund, but budgeted less for next year. On the expenditure, we are very tight, and I really love to have a very efficient expenditure in the sense that we do not spend unnecessarily. So we budgeted less than last year, from 975,000 to 954,000 for the total expenditure. We do not expect any surplus or deficit for next year. For the surplus summary, it could be very healthy again. Every year we've been very healthy in the reserve fund. We also expected less reserve fund than last year, but it's still in a very good position, ending around 640,000 balance in the reserve fund. So as for the budget 2026, I repeat again, there will be no increase in the business levy to support the budget this coming year. Even though we expect a high rate of inflation in all areas, including expenditure, but we expect only minor reduction for the due to the inflation rate. The shortfall will come from our healthy reserve fund. As you can see, I invest more of the reserve fund in GIC to get some interest for the BI obviously, so we don't leave the money in the account for nothing, right? So this is the budget. If you guys have any question, then please here, I'm here, and the chair is here, and we are very happy to answer any question about the budget for next year. The management, the board already approved last board meeting, and we had to present this into this AGM for approval. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah, are we open the floor for debate before the voting now? Are we at that point?
You can ask questions.
Right.
It depends how you preface it.
Right, but I can ask
The floor is open
questions.
for questions on the proposed budget. Yeah, yeah, that's right. We need the motion on the table though first.
Okay.
So we need a mover and a seconder.
Yeah, that's right.
Procedure.
Yeah,
Right?
okay.
You're familiar with that, Bob.
Talk
You
about
called that 2 years ago, I think. So we do need a mover and a seconder, put the item on the table, and then we will open it for questions. Mr. Chair, call for a mover and a seconder.
Could I have a first? First?
Absolutely, again. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Seconder, please. Seconder, please. Raymond? All in favor?
No.
No?
No, debate first.
No, oh, okay.
Okay, so you got a mover and a second, the item is on the floor. You open the floor for any questions.
Okay. Any questions then? Bob?
Yes, sir. Chair, as I recall, I'm the only guy who opposed passing the budget in the October board meeting. And I have some rationale that I want to talk to everybody about as part of the discussion. Item number one.
Rob, it's questions.
Huh?
Questions on the budget.
Okay,
So
question
please
on the
forward us
budget,
a
that's fine. The question